Welcome to the second part of the non-complete Macaco tutorial. Last time we spoke a little bit about the arm mechanics. We had the push and the pull with the arms. This time let's talk a little bit about the legs, especially mid-air and landing mechanics. There is the more classic Macaco, usually from capoeira, where you do basically a backwards cartwheel and your hips really travel over yourself. In order to get started with the Macaco, there are easier ways, and also for the style that I'm using the Macaco, for a lot of circular continuous motions, it is better for me to land with the other leg and instead of have the backwards Macaco trajectory, have a little bit more a circular round horizontal trajectory. So let's look at the landing mechanics. If I'm jumping over the left arm, usually I like to land with my left leg first, so it's more this one. Because then, as you can see, I have a lot of momentum which travels throughout the whole sequence or whatever comes next. So 2 steps for you to practice this a little bit. We have number 1, the classic swinging Macaco, as I like to call it. I have my base in the diagonal, so I'm jumping over the left arm, standing on my right leg, and the left leg is kind of curled up like a snake. From here I can extend and push away through the diagonal and take a step into stand. For the standing up motion, there is a very simple cue. In order to stand up, you need to imagine a pendulum. Upper body drives up, leg drives down, arm pushes. And this gives a lot of lightness. So number 1, it's the curled up snake. And you can take this higher and higher with practice, also combining with the arm pushing, pulling mechanics. If you then want to take it a step further, instead of starting from the 1 leg position, we now start from 2 legs, but we have an intermediate step so we can practice better. So from this low position, what you can do is jump up, using also the pushing, pulling mechanics in the upper body, and then in the air try to do a split as much as you can, which looks something like this. And then land again, and you can practice this until you feel like how to coordinate the legs into this position. Once you figure this out, it's time to try to integrate this into the Macaco pattern, taking it a little bit more backwards. And this latter variation from 2 legs is much more applicable in most of the flows that I'm doing, because usually I'm standing on 2 legs, and this position for the first variation, I am there a little bit more seldom. So once again, we have this version, we have the jump, and then we have the integration of